Eva Beatrice. This is very weird, by the way. So we got a younger version of Eva who's imaginary, who is talking to the witch. Like, what the hell does that say about Beatrice, right? That Beatrice can interact with an imaginary friend of Eva's. Does that make her seem more real or less real to you guys, right? So now this younger version of Eva that doesn't exist in real life, right? She's now a witch. Is this a reality or is this fake, right? You guys can be the judge here. And then Virgilia, who just got killed, right, on the beach. This is not the meta world anymore, I guess. Yeah, I guess it is, right? It might be now. But Virgilia got killed on the beach. Now she's back, you know. Hey, she's alive. Hey, she never died, right? She's talking to the new witch too. So what the fuck's going on here, guys? Is any of this shit real? I won't answer that. Not for you guys, but you already know what I think. Let's pick it up here. I think I passed this part too, but I'm just gonna pick it up here. Not sure exactly where this game froze last time, but it's around this part. Close enough. It's a witch party, party. Ain't nothing but a witch party. I am real Nove. Somos unos gatos locos forever.
黄金の魔女様にお使いを許されている72柱の悪魔でございます。これより常におそばに控えております。何か不自由がございましたらいつでもお申し付けください。
Need me to cut some fool, just let me know. Cut that motherfucking fool. He's very handy with the knife.
魔女としての新しき日々への戸惑いはその男に相談すれば晴れるである。
そして先代ベアトリーチェ様、ようやくこうしてお会いできたのにこれ以上のお使いを許されずとても残念です。この1000年間とても楽しく過ごさせていただきました。深く感謝いたします。
新しき魔女の世話どうかよろしく頼む。
ああ、
はい。先代ベアトリーチェ様の最後のごこのロノンへしかと聞き届けました。
感謝しなさいよ。あんたの魔女継承の推薦人にサインしてあげたんだからね。つまり私がサインしなかったらあんたは魔女になれなかったってわけ。
So we get confirmation here. Lambda Delta is the witch of certainty, and before she became a witch, Eva Beatrice was always going, "Oh, it's going to be certain that you're going to win this, the head of the Ushirumiya kinship." So that was your kind of clue that this is Lambda Delta's piece in the game. So now we're getting confirmed here that Lambda Delta is supporting Eva Beatrice. So it's probably going to be revealed in the meta world after this game, after this episode's over. This is indeed her piece. This is indeed her influence in the game. Her putting Eva Beatrice in this goddamn role as a witch. So, makes sense. Makes absolute sense.
こちらは絶対の魔女ラムダデルタ卿。そなたの無限の魔女継承には元老院の魔女の推薦がラムダデルタ卿はそなたを推薦され後見人となっている。
Another confirmation there. So she's directly saying, "Oh, this is her piece in the game."
ちょっとレアとこの子感謝が足りないわ。やっぱ推薦やめる。
推薦人は子供の使いじゃないでしょう。サインしたならきっちり責任取りなさい。
ラムダ・デルタ教は絶対の魔女でもある。
Oh, you just said that, Beatrice.
絶対の魔女、運命を強固にする絶対の運命をそなたの今日までの努力をとても気に入る。
Yeah, she would, though. Young Eva was always talking about certainty, and she always had that clear vision in mind. It will be certain that she becomes the head Usuramiya. And she did. So, she kind of wheeled Eva on to actualizing that fantasy of hers. So, that's very, very something that Nenda Delta would like.
まあ不遇な少女時代に報われない努力だね。ちょっとだけ同情しただけなんだから。別にかわいそうだからとか思ったわけじゃないわよ。うぬぼれつーんだ。
I'm soon!
私から見ればあなたの継承はまあ奇跡というよりは偶然。
Yeah, more of a coincidence. But it was a coincidence she created herself, and she always felt certain about it. So not really a miracle. And Birkenstill is the Witch of Miracles, so it's not like, oh, she was like really hard up and it was once in a lifetime opportunity for her to get this shit. Nah, she kind of like willed the action herself. So it's not her bag.
私が推薦するには
Yeah, it's not her bag.
こちらはベルンカステル教、とても気難しい御人でだがこうして参列し祝福してくれただけでも行幸というものよ。
1000年ぶりの珍しいイベントだから来ただけ。美味しいお酒も出るそうだし。
I'll drink to that, Birkenstill.
新しきベアトリーチェ様、ぜひ私たちにもご挨拶させてください。
どうもはじめまして。
She's a little shocked, didn't she? Look at all these fucking bitches over here. In this witch party. The 7 sisters of purgatory were gathered in a line. The eldest sister, Lucifer, took a step forward and kneeled towards me. Cause I'm the queen, bitch.
わらわに使えし神の継承祝いにそなたに使う。
So Beatrice is giving up all her powers left and right. She gave up Ronove, she gave up fucking her friendship with the witches. And now she's giving up all of her furniture left and right. She's gonna give up the goat boys too? What the fuck's going on?
そなたに黄金の魔女を継承した後、自らの復活の儀式を執り行ってもらわねばならない。
So is this what happened with Virgilia when she gave up the powers to Beatrice? I think Beatrice said she just stole the powers from her. Like, what the hell is going on here? I'm not too sure.
その儀式に
Something that witches do, I guess, is give up their powers to the next person. It's very noble, I guess, right?
役には立
You wouldn't think witches would be that noble, but here we are, right?
つ手足とするのよ。
常にベアトリーチェ様のおそばに何事もお命じください。必ずや遂行してご覧に入れます。
If you don't blunder it up, right? Like you did last time, Lucifer. Even after that, many nobles and minions visited and offered words of congratulation for the new witch. Me! As I responded to them confusedly, I felt as though I was growing lightheaded due to lack of oxygen. I couldn't tell if this was something real or unreal. But there was just one thing I could understand. A feeling of achievement at being permitted to call myself the Golden Witch. That alone was the truth I could definitely understand. I did it! I fucking did it! Huzzah! I told you, old Eva, I can do this shit.
もちろん鵜呑みにするつもりはねえが、一体どういう意味なんだ。
More magical shit. Battler's gonna get confused again. Don't worry.
おばさんが新しいベアトリーチェに魔女になっちまったっていうのか。そんなバカな。
わらわも驚いてる。まさかあの碑文を解く者が現れるとは。しかしそういうルールか。わらわはそれにのっとり黄金の魔女の座と我が名を引き継がねばならぬ。
Mm-hmm.
驚かれるには値しますまい。お嬢様はもとよりそういうルールを手紙に記されて公示されております。エヴァ様がそれを最初に成し遂げた。
So this is confirmation. Episodes 1 and 2. If somebody had solved that riddle instead of like running around with their like chickens with their head cut off after the fucking killing started, they too could have been a magical witch and gotten all of Beatrice's powers. But no, nobody wanted to solve that shit. Not even Maria. It was too stupid to understand. If you could just solve the goddamn mystery, you would be a witch too. That was your, you know, your highest freaking wish of all time. But no, you just wanted to like be a creepy kid, not solve this fucking epitaph. I guess you kind of tried to solve it with Battler in the second one, but you guys didn't get anywhere on that. And that was when like you're literally 2 people left, Maria and Rosa, along with Battler. And that's when you tried to solve it. Like, what the fuck? You just waited all this time, and now you're gonna try to solve this shit? A little too late. So Eva fucking took it upon herself to solve this shit as soon as possible, and she did it. This is what happens when you solve it, apparently. You get the powers of the witch.
それだけのことでございます。
That's all there is to say.
ワルギリア、いるか？
Uh-oh. He's a security blanket.
はい、おりますとも。
この茶番が意味するところは何だ？おかしな魔女たちが次々と現れる描写はあいつのざれ言だとしても、これじゃまるでエヴァおばさんが魔女になっちまったみたいじゃないか。
落ち着いて。黄金の魔女という称号が継承され、あるいは以後自称するだけに過ぎません。この継承式はそれをあの子の解釈で演出したものに過ぎないに違いない。同じ手に何度もかからないわ。
Yeah, how many times do you have to tell you, Battler? It's a fucking farce. It's just an interpretation that she's using to explain her side of the story. None of this shit's real. Duh.
そう。
How do you forget?
この盛大な式典は全てまやかしだ。
I mean, it's not quote unquote phony. It's just, and I wouldn't say it's fake either. I guess I misspoke if I did say it was fake. It's just one way that you could explain what's happening. So the shit that's happening has happened in some way, shape, or form. Even if it's like just some kid playing with her fucking, you know, action figures and pretending that all this shit's going down. Like there's somebody doing this shit that's making all this fucking grandiose fucking shit real in their own heads. And it's real to them, right? It's just like wrestling's still real to some people. They don't believe that it's fucking all predetermined, right? Doesn't mean it's phony, it doesn't mean it's fake. It's just something that somebody's pretending that it's real. That's all it is. This shit still happened in their heads, right? You just gotta figure out what actually happened in reality, though. That's the only
だ
thing.
が、エヴァおばさんが非分の謎を解いたことまでは事実。そしてそれは同時に後宮家の家督を受け継いだことも指す。そして10トンの黄金を得たということは、エヴァおばさんが黄金の魔女を自称してもいいというくそ、相変わらずややこしいことをしやがって。
やれやれ、無粋なる人間には式典の相互さを介することもできぬ。まあ空気を読めぬのが人間というもの。そなたを哀れには思う。責めはせぬぞ。
くそ、かわいそうな人を見るような目で見やがって。だがとりあえず確認をする必要はある。それは若返ったエヴァおばさんみたいな分身。つまり新しいベアトリーチェとかいうやつの定義についてだ。あれは何なんだ。
わらわがそれを語ろう。どうせそなたは魔法は信じぬ、魔女は信じぬの一点張りである。だからわらわから説明することは特にない。そなたが思う通りに信じればよ。
It's a pretty ice cold move, though. So, I bet that Ronove told her, don't explain all this shit about magic and, you know, use red truth and shit to Battler. Because the more of this information he has, the more he's going to be able to use that as a weapon against you to disprove your existence. So, He's asking her to, like, you know, tell him exactly what this younger Eva is, why this depiction of her has become a witch. And Beatrice is like, fuck you, I ain't gonna tell you shit, boy. Think you fucking hot shit? You think you know how to argue against me? You fucking figure it out yourself. Which is a very smart move. Very shrewd move for her to use. Keep him in the dark about shit, and have him fucking wallowing in the dark, because nobody's there to explain shit to him. Yeah, he needs all the help he can get. From Virgilia, even if Beatrice takes some stumbles here and there, he needs all that shit. He's not gonna think about it himself, right? See?
じゃあどう解釈すりゃいいんだ
He has no fucking deal.
後ろ宮エヴァの内面的別存在の視覚化と今は捉えていただき
And that's basically it, though. It's imaginary friend. I mean, it's really her. You know, it's a depiction of her when she was younger, but it's just imaginary friend.
つまりエヴァおばさん彼女
Yeah.
同じ人物だと理解すべきなんだな。くそ、なんだか気持ち悪い展開になったぜ。
そういうわけでこれよりベアトリーチェはわらわの名ではないぞ。後ろ宮エヴァに引き継いだからな。というわけでわらわは名なしだ。バトラー、何かわらわに適当なふさわしき名はないものか。そなたの推薦を受けるぞ。何か上品で気品あふれてできればちょっぴりキュートな名前はないものか。
お前なんかベアトのまんまで十分だぜ。ベアトとベアトリーチェで十分区別つくだろ。
Damn.
ベアトのままか。違和感はないがなぜだかつまらん。
紅茶の温度と女心はいつの時代も難しゅうございます。
Who the fuck says that?
バトラ君、とにかく以後は冷静に。現在の彼女は後ろにエヴァと判別がつくだけ私たちに状況は有利です。この子がベアトリーチェだった時に比べれば
だからこそかえって気に入らねえんだがな。何を考えてるんだベアトのやつめ。
So there's a kind of a hint there buried in what she was just saying there. She's saying it's kind of good for his theories, and you can tell Eva Beatrice and the predecessor Beatrice apart, or AKA Beato apart. Why? Well, again, there's somebody still dressing up as Beatrice from episode 2. Remember, somebody that everybody saw. Kyrie saw her for a second. Rosa saw her in the garden with Maria. So there's really a person on the island, one of the 18, dressing up as Beatrice. Now we've gotten Eva, who is being linked with Beatrice. She found the gold, and now she's talking with predecessor Beatrice, aka Beato, taking on her powers. So you can kind of say that they're now in cahoots with each other. You can kind of say that whoever the culprit who's dressing up as Beatrice is, she has now roped Eva in as an accomplice. Or maybe Eva's now the new culprit. We don't know. But anything that Eva Beatrice does, any kind of magic she uses, that's the shit that Eva, the real person, is doing. And not Beatrice, the person dressing up as Beatrice. If that makes any sense. So there's two different culprits basically this time. One is Eva, and two is the person who was always the culprit in episodes 1 and 2, who's been dressing up as Beatrice this whole time. But now Eva is also a culprit, a second culprit. So I'm confirming this right now, Eva is a culprit. Which, I mean, it's pretty much self-explanatory. Once she becomes a witch, you'll see what happens once she becomes a witch and has magical powers, and what she does with these magical powers. It's definitely Eva doing this shit. Like, you can't really say it any less blatantly that Eva is the culprit at this point. But she's becoming a fucking witch, right? So She found the gold. Now she has motive, right? To kill people left and right. Keep that fucking gold from anybody else. So, I mean, it's pretty common sense to me. It might be considered a spoiler to some people, but oh well. Backseating is allowed. So. Over there, the witches formed a long line to bless Aunt Eva. Oh, this is Badler talking. Who had the figure of her younger days and who had now possessed the name Beatrice. It was like a witch's coronation. Countless gold butterflies slapped their wings directing this fantastical gold sparkling space. They were all praising her. As I stared from the distance, I looked at the newly born Beatrice who had a slightly embarrassed smile on her face. Her expression, which had been lost and confused at first, seemed to be full of the happiness that she is finally starting to recognize. She's loving this shit now, right? That expression didn't look at all like someone laughing insanely while standing before the gold. It was just the innocence of a person basking in her own joy. Bask in my glory! As a person who denied the existence of witches, I couldn't view this witch succession ceremony with a joyful expression and accept her. However, when I looked at that innocent smile, I felt like I wanted to offer my blessings just for that moment. Okay, Battler. It's always beautiful when strong efforts bear fruits and are rewarded. Aunt Ava, who had always yearned to succeed the headship and who had worked hard since her youth without reward, had spectacularly taken hold of the chance given to her by the riddle of the epitaph, and had finally gained that position through hard work, right? How divine is the smile of a person whose childhood dreams have been granted. I definitely won't accept witches, but I put my hands together, making it smile. Alright, he's clapping for her. Okay, slow clap. Didn't reach her ears, but it did bless her. Interesting. Interesting. So he doesn't believe in witches, but he's clapping for becoming a witch. Interesting. You spectacularly solved the riddle of the epitaph before anyone else. It's your victory without any complaints. I won't accept all that about the Golden Witch and so on, but I will accept you as the new head of the Ushirimiya family, and I'll celebrate that sincerely. Yeah, even Battler knows he's best girl. Even Battler knows. So, urged on by Battler's applause, Beato also clapped. It's a slightly odd scene. Battler and Beato, who opposed each other, are standing side by side applauding the same person. It's pretty weird.
これまでの努力に拍手してんだぞ。
わらわもだ。あの碑文を見事に解いたエヴァに対し、
Everybody clap for Eva. Everybody take a second now. Clap for the best girl. Come on now. Give it up.
お前と一緒に拍手してるってのが気に入らねえんだ。
You love it. You love it, Battler.
今は気にしないことにするぜ。たまにゃ。 お前と一緒に拍手しても罰は当たらねえか。
Okay. Now they're besties, right?
たまにはおつり合う。しかし、拍手って楽しいな。
Even though it was Eva who was successful, not me, for some reason I'm starting to feel happy too.
祝福するってことは、その喜びを共感する、共有するって意味だからな。
なるほど。
このわけもなく嬉しい気持ちはそなたとも共有できているというわけだ。互いを屈服させようとする敵同士でありながら、これは奇異な体験。
まあ、今だけは休戦で手を叩こうじゃねえか。
Look at Best Girl Eva bringing these two enemies together, right? That's what a Best Girl does. Beato laughed impishly, playing around and applauding even louder, as though eagerly trying not to lose to Battler as she clapped. Haha! Battler went along with her and clapped even louder. That's great. That's great. When he did, as though some ceremony had ended, everyone applauded and highly praised the reborn Beatrice. It was just as though Battler and Beato's applause had been the final thing needed for her succession. Remember what Virgilia said? Beatrice wants Battler to acknowledge her as a witch. So now we have Battler kind of acknowledging Eva Beatrice as a witch. And that's what she needed probably, right? To affirm her witchy powers. Possibly. Good scene. So we definitely haven't reached this part yet. So now we are in new territory at least. I might have gotten past that scene, but this is definitely the scene we haven't seen yet. So new shit, baby. New shit, baby. Let's go. Let's do it. Oh, look at Rosa looking all sad. Oh. Rosa returned to the lobby. It was still her turn to rest, but her expression made it look as though she couldn't sleep deeply with all this tension.
無理してでも横になってろよ。後で答えるぜ。
Yeah, nobody's fucking sleeping here. Like, Eva had a headache. She ain't gonna sleep. She went to fucking find that golden room, right? And become a witch. Rosa didn't sleep.
ありがとう。
They're both covering these big ass secrets from the rest of the siblings. They all know where the gold is. Rosa and Eva Beatrice. So I guess they're two different people now. Eva and Eva Beatrice. We'll see that pretty soon, though. I don't want to spoil anything too much.
どうしても寝つけなくて。シャワーだけ浴びさせてもらったから、私はもう十分よ。次の人、休んでもいいわ。キリエさんたちはいかがですか？どうする？ルドルフさん。
I've done that before. Having to take a shower just to stay awake for like another 8 hours or so. I might be doing that today. Depending on when I go to sleep, right?
休ませてもらう？
キリエは休んでいいぜ。俺は起きてる。それくらいしか男らしいことができない。
What a man's man.
じゃあ起きてるわ。夫と一緒に起きてるくらいしか女らしいことができないから。
What a woman's woman.
本当に仲のおよろしいことで。夏日さんこそね。
エヴァと秀吉さんはぐっすりみたいじゃないか。やはりローザと違い年には勝てないね。
As though in response to those words, the door to the hall clunked open. Eva and Hideyoshi returned from the guest room.
余計なお世話よ。
No, they woke up.
あらローザ、もう休んでなくていいの？
姉さんこそ無理しないで休んでたら？
なんだか寝つけなくてね。シャワーを浴びたら眠気が覚めちゃったわ。ルドルフたち、よかったら休んでいいわよ。
おう、サンキュー。今は気持ちだけでいいぜ。兄貴たち、先に休んだらどうだ？
ありがたいね。だが先に休むわけにはいかん。
What the fuck's going on with these people, man? They don't want to go to sleep? They not trust anybody else to... Oh, that's probably it. Nobody trusts anybody else to go to sleep first. When you get a fucking shotgun in the back, or a rifle shot in the back, and they're asleep.
それくらいしか長男らしいことができないので。
Nobody trusts anybody over here.
私たちは最後まで起きていますのでご心配なく。それよりエヴァ姉さん大丈夫？少し顔色が悪いわ。
そういやそうやな。ちょっと熱っぽいで。
I don't know who's talking here. I guess Hideyoshi. Oh, Hideyoshi put his hand up against his wife Eva's forehead. Seemed that Eva wasn't feeling her best.
言わんこっちゃねえ。年のくせに生活リズムを崩すからだぜ。風邪か？
夏日、上の南條先生を呼んできてくれるかね。
はい。
いいわ、そこまで大げさじゃない。常備薬は持ってるから大丈夫よ。疲れるとすぐ熱に出るの。心配しないで。
Don't you just go to sleep? That's an easy answer.
姉さん無理しないで。
ありがとう。私抜きで兄弟が集まってると私の陰口でも言われてるような気がしちゃってね。
Does she not trust Rosa?
昔からの被害妄想なの。
Oh.
ごめんね。私は何も言わないわよ。姉さんのいないところで姉さんの嫌な話なの。どうしたの姉さん。さっきから変よ。もう少し休んだら。そうね。3月までの金策を考えたら頭痛がひどくなってきちゃったわ。それは良くないわね。休んでて。姉さんの頭痛がひどくならないよう私も実調してるわ。私だって頭痛さっきから辛いし。ありがとう。じゃあ私お言葉に甘えてもう少し休ませてもらうわね。
Good girl. Good best
ど
girl.
うしたんやエヴァ、急にへそ曲げて。すまんな、わしらもうちょい休ませてもらうわ。すまんな、すまんな。
After apologizing several times as though praying, Hideyoshi followed Eva out into the lobby. Out of the lobby, sorry. I don't know where the fuck I'm going. I'm Hideyoshi.
空気が悪いな。どうにもギスギスしている。
Dude, all of the fucking... Okay, well, maybe not all of them at the same time, but most of y'all should be going to sleep right now. And have one or two people with their guns trained on the fucking... all the entrances to those fucking... those rooms that they're sleeping in. Have their guns trained on that shit so nobody can get killed. Then you just fucking swap off. The two that are guarding get to go to sleep while the other four guard that shit. Easy answer. They're too stupid to think about that. Too busy thinking about how to fucking twist a knife in people's backs. Pretty much. Now that the father's gone.
それからずっとここで銃を抱きながら缶詰ですもの。ストレスが溜まって当然ね。
A little bit of stress.
上の子たちもだいぶストレスが溜まってるんじゃないかしら。マリアが心配だわ。こういう時は感触を起こしやすいの。
At that moment, they heard a sound of wild footsteps coming from the second floor. Guest house wasn't a cheap building, so they wouldn't normally have heard the sound of footsteps. It's like the sound of someone stamping their foot in first station. And an instant later, accompanied by what seemed to be the sound of her running out of the second floor hallway. They could hear Maria calling ooh 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 over and over again. Sounding this way, about to slap this little kid. There we go. How did I know? Rosa grabbed her head, her hair flying, as she voicelessly moaned in anguish. Adults conscientiously turned their backs to her, pretending not to notice. They fucking grab that fucking kid and string her up by the fucking hair. What did I tell you? I told you once, I told you 1,000 times, girl. Say ooh. Ooh? I'm about to slap the ooze out of your mouth. Noise of clamor came down from the second floor and flew into the lobby. It was Maria who was sobbing along with the other children and non-Joe. In other words, they had all come downstairs to become a Maria's tantrum. Rosa couldn't hide her dizziness at this new annoyance her daughter was bringing to everyone.
ごめんローザおばさん。私たちもなだめたんだけど、どうしても
The fuck's wrong with Maria? Good lord. Somebody slap her ass.
どうしたのマリア。少し静かにしなさい。みんな見てるわよ。
例のバラ庭園のマリアのバラ。あれが急に心配だと言い出して。
寝ぼけたみたいなんです。急にガバッと起き出して、バラが心配だ、バラが心配だって言い出して。マリアちゃん、落ち着いて。
Shut the fuck up, George.
それは夢なんだよ。
It's not gonna work, asshole. Good job, George. Made her cry more. Good job, George. Fucking dipshit. dude. Make her stop. Giving me a headache. Holy shit.
だから少し静かにしなさいって言
Bitch,
ってる
shut
でし
your
ょ
fucking mouth. Ugh. Some rising tone in Rose's voice surpassed the children. But Maria's crying just grew louder and her tantrum grew even fiercer. I'm gonna have to slap this girl. Can't just yell at her.
ローザさん、子供を頭ごなしに叱ってはいけませんぞ。
You gotta fucking discipline. You can't scold him. It's called discipline. It's called fucking sparing the rod and spoiling the grunt. That's what it's called. Time to go outside. We'll go outside. We'll find these fucking Rose, but then I'm gonna go outside, break off a tree branch, and whip your ass at the same time. Then you'll really be crying, bitch. That's what's gonna happen. You go outside and find this fucking Rose tonight.
こういう時は温かい牛乳などを与える
Some warm
と
milk?
いうものです。
Put some warm milk on your ass after I spank it. That's what I'll do. Put some warm milk, fucking hide those welts. That's what we're gonna do with the warm milk, baby. Calm the fuck
ここに
down.
あるかもね。
さっき朝食代わりに出した牛乳で空っぽです。
誰か子供用の鎮静剤とか持ってるか？
Holy shit, dude. What the? What? He goes right to the drugs. Rudolph. Rudolph the red-nosed pillhead.
ほら、
Going right for the
銀の
drugs.
粒みたいなやつとか。
Those silver pills? What the fuck is a silver pill?
持ってるわよ。ああ、今探して飲ませるから。
Holy shit, dude. This is not the way to go. You give us a fucking Ritalin or something? What the hell's going on? Without hiding her displeasure, Rosa grabbed the handbag that had been set on the sofa and fished around for some medicine. It seems she had brought some child use sedatives for Maria's tantrums. She found it and opened the bottle, but it must have been empty. We ain't pay our Ritalin bill today. Irritated, Rosa shook the bottle several times, but that didn't change the fact there was nothing in there. There ain't nothing in there! As she did that, Rosa's grind grew more intense. Jesus. Let it be apparent. Hell with this shit. Everybody got a headache over here. They want to hear this shit. Alright. Can't go outside because it's fucking raining. I'm gonna be stuck in here with this fucking kid. At the time, Ava was laying on her bed, covered by the bedding. Heading for my bedding while I bedding for the night. Yoshi returned from the washroom, folding a handkerchief soaked in water. Not rum,
こ
just
ら、
water.
ずいぶんひどい熱や。きっと、親族会議のどっけにやられてもうたんやな。今はもう、
They were talking shit
他の
behind
親
their
族
back.
たちのことは全部忘れるんや。な。
As my husband spoke to him kindly, he set the soaked handkerchief on my burning forehead. I rested my own hand on top of his. Thanks, hubby.
あなたの手、ひんやりして気持ちいい。
わしの手が気持ちいいようじゃ、だいぶ熱が出とるな。安心せい。すぐに薬が効いてくるわ。それにな、わしの手は魔法の手なんや。
Oh, we know what happened to Rosa's magic, medicine, I should say. Magic. Whoops, Freudian slip there. We know what happened to her magical, silver pills, right? I bet Eva raided her fucking purse, stole all those goddamn pills, so she can go to sleep.
こうしてエヴァの額に手を当てとるとな、どんな熱も立ちどころに治ってしまうんや。
そうね。あなたの手で私の熱が引かなかったことは一度もないものね。
そうや。わしの手があれば医者いらずやで。
Fuck them doctors.
安心して目をつむるんや。すぐにわしの魔法でぐんぐん熱が下がるからな。
うん、知ってる。あなたの魔法を感じるもの。
Yoshi was about to say it was just a placebo effect, but he stopped. If Ava said she could feel magic coming from his hand, then that was fine for now.
魔法って本当にあるのかしら。
Remember what happened in episode 2, guys. Remember, the magic only works if you believe in it and if there's love. Remember that? They're gonna call that back right now.
おお、あるで。信じる者にしかわからへんけどな。
So there's two things that you need to activate magic. One, you need love to see it. And two, you need to believe in it. Interesting, right?
そういう魔法は案外世の中にたくさんあるもんや。
魔法が実在するならやっぱり
森の魔女ベアトリーチェのことかいな。信じる者にはおるやろな。
Oh yeah.
神様と同じや。
Now that's what Virgilia was talking about with Beatrice. Remember last day I streamed this? Virgilia said, this is what you need from Battler. You need him to believe that you are actually a witch and to confirm your existence. Because if you believe in Beatrice, she exists. That's exactly what she was saying. I don't think Beatrice got that part though. She's a little slow in the uptake, so as we will say.
信心深い人の前にしか姿は現さんのや。
私もね、昔魔法が使えたの。
ほう。ほんまかいな。
ほほほ。
じゃあお前も魔女やったんやな。
私がね、絶対に叶えたい夢があって、それを強く願って努力すると、それは必ず叶ったの。
They were certain to come true. Almost like a witch of certainty, you might say.
私はその魔法でいつも成績は一番だったし、生徒会長にだってなったし、入りたい大学にも実力で入れたし、
Best girl magic.
いつだってどんな願いだって叶えてきたわ。
そうやな。お前の魔法はいつだって大したもんや。お前は確かに魔女や。そして誰にも負けん努力家や。わしゃよう知っとるで。
私ね、子供の頃からずっと心の中にもう一人の自分がいて、そしてその自分は魔女だったわ。森の魔女ベアトリーチェなんて信じなかった。もし六軒島に魔女がいるとしたら、それは私の心の中の魔女のことだってずっと信じてきた。その魔女の自分に私はすごい感謝してる。あなたに出会わせてくれてよかったなって。いつも
病気の時のお前はいつも気弱すぎや。今は何も言わんで熱が下がるまでずーっとこうしてるからな。
絶対に手を離さないでね。なんだか私、自分が自分でなくなるような気がして、さっきから怖いの。私の中の魔女がベアトリーチェに触発されてどんどん強くなるような気がして、なんだか私を飲み込んでしまいそうな気がするの。
Interesting line here. I'll just point out something real quick though. So she's talking about the witch inside her, quote unquote, and now she's saying that it's provoked by Beatrice. What does that tell you guys? That she met Beatrice, one, two, that she's being influenced by Beatrice. And you know what Beatrice wants to do, right? Beatrice wants to kill all these relatives, all these servants. She wants to enact this entire Twilight killing shit. So if she's being provoked by Beatrice, that's not good. That's basically saying, again, that Eva's now either an accomplice or she is actually another culprit in these killings. So we have the adult Beatrice here struggling against this change. And then we'll see what Eva Beatrice, the younger version of Eva, will want to do when she has magical powers that she can use. Basically, we'll see what she wants to do with those powers. And spoiler alert, it's not too pretty. Spoiler alert,
大丈夫や。
not too pretty at all.
わしが一緒にいる限りなんも恐れることなんてあらへん。ほら、ちょいとヤバめな国に旅行に行った時、バスごと強盗にあったことあったやろ。
What, America?
わしが撃退したんやで。
あなた、 金時計を渡して拝み倒しただけだったじゃない。かっこ悪いけどかっこよかったわ。
Wait, what the fuck? Doesn't even know like martial arts? Don't you can fucking destroy these guys with their bare hands?
この手絶対に離さないでね。眠っても絶対に離さないでね。そして何か不気味なものが忍び込んできても私を守ってね。
おう、任せとかんかい。だから今は安心して眠るんやで。すぐに薬とわしの魔法が効いてくるからな。
So now he has magic. Everybody has magic, right? Ava finally calmed to hot and close to ice. Go to sleep! Go to sleep, Eva! Go to sleep! I'm guessing since she's asleep, it's gotta be Hideyoshi talking here.
Ho ho! At the time, there was a sound of a door being opened violently from the direction of the lobby. Ho ho ho! Seemed that Maria was having a tantrum, and screams of could be heard, along with Rose's rebuking yells. Ho ho ho! Maria's a bad girl. She's gonna get coal for Christmas tonight. Because tonight's Christmas. That probably hurt my wife's ears. Maybe it was giving her a headache. My wife moaned as though in pain, buried herself in the covers. It was easy to guess what was happening. Maria had probably had a tantrum for some reason, been a naughty girl, gone down to the lobby, and started arguing with her mother, who then scolded her daughter. Like a bad girl. And then maybe that got too embarrassing to be shown in front of the other relatives, so Rose had taken Maria out into the corridor. I had no desire to butt in on Rose and Maria's problem, but just for now, since Eva's condition was so bad, I wanted them to take their ruckus somewhere else. To the North Pole, maybe. The fuck up out of here, at least.
ちょいと待っとれや。
I'm about to handle this shit, girl. Don't worry.
静かにするようお願いしてくるわ。
I'm gonna take off my gloves here. Fucking punch some bitches out real quick. I'll be back.
早く戻ってきて。
大丈夫や。この部屋から出んて。
I got you, bitch. I got you.
Hideyoshi moved the chain, opened the door, and stuck his face out into the corridor. He immediately met Rose's gaze.
大丈夫かいな、ローザさん。
Fucking bad mother.
ごめんなさい。うるさくして起こしちゃったかしら。
Yes, you fucking did. Hey, Rosie, you need an extra hand to sap the fucking taste out of your kid's mouth so you can shut the fuck up and get my wife some sleep? I got a big ass
マ
fucking
リ
paw.
アちゃん、ごめんな。エヴァおばさんな、具合が悪くて寝とるんや。
No, you said it a nicer way than I would have. Like, fucking shut this brat up.
すまんが、ちょいと静かにしてもらえるか。
Where's the duct tape at? Fucking tape her mouth shut. Maria's tone didn't change after my request. She kept crying, ooh, ooh, and repeating, my rose, my rose. There you go, that's what I'm talking about. Moses slapped Maria's cheek, lifting her up while covering her mouth. There you go. You can take both of my suggestions, cover her mouth up, and slap the fucking shit out of her. That's what you gotta do. Dragged her towards the entrance, trying to at least put some distance between her and my room. Good girl. Thanks, Rosa. She would probably still be noisy for a while, but he had warned Rosa for the time being. Relying on Rosa's actions as a mother, Hideyoshi closed the door. Because Hideyoshi knows.
またマリアちゃんが泣いてるの。
そうみたいやな。ローザさんも大変や。それを思えば、うちのジョージは出来すぎや。親が感謝したいくらいやで。
Hell yeah.
そうね。
Grateful that that punk George listens to everything you guys say and doesn't have a fucking backbone. Be very grateful. He's a fucking perfect robotic fucking automaton. Fucking dickless George. No, he's not dickless. That's fucking Kraus. My bad.
おお、
He's just spineless, basically. Which is much worse.
ほら、魔法の手やで。
It's a magic hand. Oh, what do we think about that, guys? We got a magic hand from Hideyoshi. Yoshi's magic hand. Was that in a sex shop? I think I saw that in a sex shop once. No, that was Yoshi's magic tongue. My bad. That was Badum from Mario Brothers. Yoshi's magic tongue. Oh yeah, yeah. On that note, let me take a quick break here, guys. We're getting there. I'm not getting sleepier, but I'm getting tireder. If that makes any sense. So we might go for another hour or two.
But I'll be right back. Be right back, guys. With some more Umineko. No Naku Koro ni.
Till then, check out my highlights here.
Wow. Did I die? Did I die? I did die. I did die. Fuck. I was out. I was out. Did you see that? I was out. I was fucking out. Come on. Text Tower is actually not really good loot. That wasn't worth dying. It's a disposable item. A shuriken that you throw a shadow. And that was max like two times damage. That's all it does. And then once you use it, it's gone forever. So it sucks. For dying was not worth it. It might be 3 times. I'm not too sure. Something. 3 times, 4 times, maybe. Not worth it. Either way. I was out. We were on a break. We were on a break. Agus the Great. Eyes are brighter than the stars. The stars flowing like waves of the sea. Even those miserable sunny days. So baby, let me feel your soothing hand. Even the bright halls hold no fear. Just so long. Long as the feed, Lord, make us you are here. As 2021 grows near, is it a scream or a cheer? Oh, never mind, I'll never mind, 'cause Twitch sings you are rich. Bye-bye, Twitch Sings. Bye-bye, my friend. Twitch Sings, my friend. Oh, never mind, I'll never find out. 'Cause the end of your life is here. Sings. You were a great game. Sings. What the hell was that? This is the game that got me into Twitch, guys. Sings. You were great. Sings. The kiss sangs. You were a great game. I love it. So yeah, that was god dang. I played this entire game all these years. Of course, this main George had accepted the witch. However, he thought it to be necessary to have some kind of purification ceremony to heal the wounds in Shannon's heart. Oh, that's going to be very useful, right? When she's dead. So the story about Natsui's spirit mirror was really convenient.
魔女をやっつけようなんて大それたことは言わないよ。
This is what happens when you guys listen to George. Remember what happens, guys. Everybody watching this right now, remember what happens. We go with George's plan. And he's the fucking leader of the game.
さすがおじい様だね。オカルトに対する防御も十分だったわけだ。行こう。
Let's go.
夏日おばさんの
Follow George to your death. Let's go, guys.
しかし
Societas! 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 We're all twins. Every single one of us. On behalf of the knighthood, we wish you a safe journey and Godspeed! My brothers. What's up, my brothers? What's up, brothers? I trust the kingdom's protection to you. See that she is kept safe from her enemies. I'm tapping that shit on the side, you know that. Oh, don't tell anybody else I said that, though. Well, you know I'm tapping lean on the side. We all know it. We all know it. Where'd you get that golden armor, right? From Lean, you know that. You know it's Sugar Daddy. Or Sugar Mama. Pardon delay. Let us be on our way. I'm a poet, I don't even know it. Look at Lean, look at Lean. Man, you be careful too. I really don't care about you, I care about Cyrus more. Protect my mans! Be well, your majesty. Fuck you, Ted. I'm trying to be a comic relief here. Nobody's laughing. Ah, watch it, you punk! He calls everybody a fucking punk, doesn't he? Better watch your fucking mouth, you dick! Fucking stick my foot up your ass. Enough is enough! I'm sick of all this fighting, Ted, you son of a bitch! Shut the fuck up, Ted. It's about time, hurry up and hop on or we'll leave you behind! Let's leave Ted. Leave Ted! Fuck. Alright, he got on. We're all aboard! Darn, it's crowded in here! Fucking Ted's fat ass. Okay, Black, let's get back to the Imperial Capital! Let's go, Black! Ah! Ah! Sorry if everyone knew this there. Sorry about that. And we're flying! And we're flying! Back to AK! This doctor, this is like this character right here. I'm just saying, she's on the same level as Jessie in Final Fantasy VII. A person like you're not supposed to like make a connection to, but you do. Inevitably, if you fucking have a heart, you fucking love Jessie in Final Fantasy VII Remake, right? Doctor's the same one. She's a real one. She's a real one. I'm gonna give her a voice. I'm gonna say everything the Doctor said. Now we're back. We're back at the actual audio here. We'll let the song play out though, before I raise the volume up. I can go back into these earlier parts. Get these treasure chests I skipped. Hey buddy, looking like you're fucking ready for a fight. Eat on that. He's like right below me. Got your ass. Cut you! I cut you! What? Necrophiliac? Are you seeing that? These guys are necrophiliacs, guys! Holy shit! What is going on in this game? You're fighting a fucking nest of necrophiliacs. Having fun with dead bodies. Holy time. Understood. But we don't have much time to spare. So please hurry it up now. Get your ass in gear, you idiots. Not made of money. Talk to these guys. You can learn nothing yet, you shall receive, perhaps. Informationist? Is that a fucking job? It's basic Joe's here. Battling control method. Like how that scene, the last little clip, they called Faith Battler, so now it just leads right into this game again. So, another battler coming up here, guys. Alright, let's get back to it. Old Yoshi put his hand on Eva's forehead again. His magic hand, right? Remember that? Maybe there really was magical power in that hand. Oh, oh, oh. A truly peaceful look rose to Eva's face. Little magic in that hand. Bit by bit, she began to drift off into land of sleep. Wish I had one of those right now. I see it, promise. Yoshi kept his hand on the forehead. Oh, that's what best girl's husband should be doing, so. Good job, Yoshi. Keep her happy, baby. At all costs. By the entrance, with her hand still against Maria's mouth, Rosa was at a loss of what to do next. Just take her outside. She's gonna be fucking crying, screaming until you do. She hadn't been able to withstand everyone's gazes in the lobby and had yelled at the children to go upstairs, dashing out of the lobby. Then she had gone on to the corridor, only to have Hideyoshi say that she was too noisy. Where should I go now? Where should I take this problem child who's having a tantrum? She felt as though tears of frustration were about to come out. Now, let's all feel bad for Rosa, even though Maria's the one who suffered, right? Maria's fucking kid is getting beaten. Let's feel bad for Rosa, though, right? Maria kept struggling in an attempt to scream. Rosa put her mouth up to Maria's ear and tried to persuade Maria in a properly calm voice.
Maria はそんなにもバラが見たいのね。
Maria nodded her head several times, moaning, ooh, ooh.
どうしてそんなにバラが見たいの？
Ooh, ah, ah, bang, bang, walla, walla, bing, bang.
お母さんが聞いてあげるから静かに話して。叫んだら殴るわよ。
About to hit your ass if you scream. Don't you dare.
マリアの
Test
バ
me.
ラテアドリーチェに蘇らせてもらったの。
Okay.
また折れちゃってるかも。マリアはそれが心
Who
配。
cares about a goddamn rose, man? What the fuck is this? What are your fucking priorities as a kid? Who the fuck cares? There's millions of roses out there. You want one rose. Like, goddamn.
食べないと眠れない。
Gonna be coming back every year to see this fucking same ass rose? That's not gonna be there after a fucking week? Cause that's the lifespan of a fucking rose, probably. Especially one that's getting pruned every fucking day. Like, that rose run's not gonna fucking last after a week. The fucking gardener has his way. That shit's gonna be dead, dude. pretty quickly. Pretty fucking quickly. But oh well. Apparently she was still sad about that marked rose from yesterday. Rosa felt her headache throbbing again, but she was at least a little relieved that Maria had now stopped her screaming. You gotta compromise with these kids sometimes. Or else they're just gonna keep screaming all day.
とにかく今はみんな大変なの。だからママたちに迷惑をかけないで。バラの話は明日雨が上がったら好きにしていいから。だから今は聞き分けなさい。
Now she wants to go out there now.
やだやだやだやだやだ。マリアのテアドリーチェのバラ。
It's my Beatrice, what? Yeah, here comes the waterworks. The girls are effectively covered Maria's mouth. Told you you're gonna slap your ass when you start screaming. She had spoken a little too harshly and gotten her agitated again. Rosa realized that it was partly her own fault and clicked her tongue in self-hatred. But Maria thought that was directed at her and crying you even more fiercer. Damn.
お
Can't
願
remember
い
this
だか
girl.
ら静かにして。どうしたらあなたは泣き止むの？どうしたらあなたはママの言うことを聞いてくれるの？
Suddenly, Maria stopped crying so fast it seemed unnatural. Then she turned around and muttered,
マリアのバラを見たらちゃんと明日まで静かにしてるよ。
That's not creepy, right?
本当？
Now, when you see what happens next scene, Maria's actually telling the truth here. I mean, this is something that, obviously Beatrice is telling the story to Badler, but, Beatrice is being a little sick here. But let me go back to the line she says here. What do you think is going to happen when she says this? If I get to see my rose, I'll stay quiet until tomorrow. So she's going to see the rose and literally stay quiet until tomorrow. What does that mean? What do you think that means, right? So if you guys have a sixth sense of humor, like Beatrice does, you probably already know what that means. So we'll keep going though. Kind of spoiled a little bit probably for you people, but fuck you people. You need to read this shit yourself sometimes. Really?
バラ庭園に行ってマリアのバラを見たらもうおとなしくする。
Oh, she'll calm down, alright.
本当だよ、ママ。
Remember, Maria is almost always an accomplice of the witch. So, what is she doing here right now, basically? She's forcing her mother to go outside in the rain, isolate herself away from the fucking other siblings, and really put herself into danger by one, going out into this goddamn typhoon, and two, making sure that she's not where anybody else is that can cover her with these guns that they have, these rifles that they have, from whoever's killing these people on the island. So Maria's pretty much drawing her mother out into the open, making her a target for somebody that's going to kill her probably. So we should ask ourselves, one, is Maria still being an accomplice in episode 3? We really don't know yet. But is she still an accomplice of Beatrice? And two, what the hell is going to happen? Not only to Rosa, but to Maria. Right? If it will keep Maria quiet for the time being, Rosa thought that even going out into this wind and rain would be a small price to pay. She thought it might be a bit reckless. In the end, no murder or anything of the sort actually occurred. All that clamor since this morning had just been a farce set up by Kenzo. So Rosa is thinking that this is all fake. She kind of like thinks the way I do. Nanto's the one that pronounced all these people dead. But we never checked the bodies, right? We don't know if they're pretending or not. They might have gotten some kind of a drug that puts them into a coma and makes them appear to be dead. We got fake blood or something. Kenzo's not really dead. We never really confirmed that was his body. Just that it has, polydactyly. He has an extra toe. Could have been a fucking fake body, right? You didn't see his face. You just got a burned fucking skeleton. That's all you got. So you're not really sure if anything of this shit is real, legit. So she's thinking this is all fucking, all a farce. So she's not too scared to go outside with Maria right now. I mean, she probably should be. If you carefully thought about the chain of closed rooms, it clearly had to all be an act. Yeah, that's what you would think, right?
本当にバラを見たらもうおとなしくする？
うん、本当だよ、ママ。
Yeah, that's not fucking normal.
痛い。
Rosa didn't overlook that creepy laugh. Loudly hit Maria with her fist. Ash just shrugged as though giving up.
わかったわ。一目見たら納得するのよ。いいわね。
うん、ママ。約束する。
The pistol whip that bitch next time she laughs like that. Once again, Rosa tested the weight of her gun. It'll be okay. It's only a gag. There was never a murderer on the island in the first place. Ugh.
くそ、待てよローザおばさん。
Rosa, you're probably gonna be dead pretty soon.
ローザおばさんとマリアが第二の番の犠牲者なのか。
The two that are close tear apart.
くそくそくそ、誰か気づけよ、呼び止めろ。今の親父たちや俺たちは何をしてるんだ。
ローザ親子の痛々しい関係に気を使ってわざわざ話題を変えておるぞ。そなたらも2階へ上がりテレビを見ながら話題を変えておる。
くそったれ、誰か気づけよ。一番近くにいるのは誰だよ。秀吉おじさんか。頼むよ、玄関から2人が出ていくのを気づいてくれよ。
届かん届かん。2人のささやかな時間を邪魔してくれるな。
Hideyoshi kept talking kindly, his hand on Eva's forehead. He didn't notice at all that Rosa and Marita were going outside through the front door. In that case, there was no way the others in the lobby, which was even further away, would notice. Much less those in the cousin's room on the second floor. Ha ha
そな
ha.
たは何を慌てておるの。第一の番人。犯人は事故死したとの大胆な察してみて、わらわを打ち破ったではないか。
Yeah, if he actually believes the culprit's dead, then Rosa's safe, right?
ならばもう、この島に犯人はおらぬことになるぞ。
Mm-hmm.
何を心配する必要があるというのか。
うるせえよ、しらしらしいんだよ。誰か引き止めろ。二人が殺されるんだ。
I mean, at least he's not a complete idiot, even though he thinks that the culprit's dead. He knows probably they're not really dead. Otherwise, there's no reason for her to be telling the story. So at that point, he should probably tell himself, oh, well, the culprit's not dead, and the culprit has been pretending to be dead in one of those 6 rooms, and is probably still alive. So he should recheck those 6 rooms, really, at this point. That's what I would do if I was Battler. Like, okay, which one of these rooms has an empty corpse in it? And that corpse is not really a corpse, that corpse is alive, and that's the fucking person that's killing him. But he doesn't think that far ahead. He only thinks 1 step ahead, probably, at best. And you should be thinking 3 steps ahead. Like, oh, somebody's out there trying to kill Rosa? Let me go to this locked chain room. See which one of these idiots are fucking still alive. That way we know who is doing the killing. Definitively. But he doesn't think that far ahead, so.
誰か止めろ。
There's no way the battler's voice and scream reached Rosa or Maria. The 2 of them could be seen in the rose garden. The rain was still awful, but fortunately the wind had died down a little. Oh, maybe that was unfortunate. Maybe if the wind had been a little fiercer, Rosa might have hesitated to go outside. Maria found a rose with the gold lace and stared at it lovingly. Rosa had accepted the promise under the condition that Maria would only go one look at it. But she didn't want Maria to complain that it hadn't been enough later on, so she decided to go along with Maria until she was satisfied. She believed that there wasn't a culprit, but on the off chance that she was mistaken, they were now in an extremely dangerous position. Rosa realized that faintly herself, a little too faintly. If things got bad, she would throw away the umbrella and ready her gun. After glancing at Maria's innocent happiness, Rosa gazed wearily in all directions. Uh-oh. Remember what I said about 30 minutes before you die? 30 minutes before anybody dies, you see a golden butterfly, you see magic. That doesn't mean that that's actually happened. That means that you're dead and you can't really provide any clues as to what you've been seeing before you die. That's all that means. So we just saw some golden butterflies. It's not a good sign for Rosa or for Maria. Were her eyes just tired? Even though no one should have been there, she thought she saw some glitter in the dark rose garden. Gold colored? It had to be her imagination. Because to Rosa, it seemed as though golden butterflies were dancing through the rose bushes. To her imagination. What's the key word there?
大丈夫か、エヴァ。
What's wrong with
無理
Eva?
せんで、やっぱり南條先生を呼んでこんか。
この手を離さないで。お願いだから。離さないで。
Eva over here sound like she's in childbirth or something, right? She's in fucking labor. What the fuck's going on here, guys? Eva was breathing wildly. Beads of sweat were appearing on her forehead. Certainly it was true that she had stayed up all night last night, and that things had been rough since early this morning. It wasn't odd that her body wasn't keeping up, even though he understood that. Hideyoshi suspected that this sudden fever was a sign of some serious illness. Several times, Hideyoshi decided to call Dr. Nanjo, but Eva resisted firmly, pleading with him and saying that it was even more important that he didn't take his hand away.
わかった。でもな、お昼になったら必ず南條先生に見てもらうんやで。それを約束できるなら、ずっとここにいて、お前の手を握ったるからな。こうして来やがったな。
大丈夫よ。あなたの手の魔法で必ずこんな熱なんか下がっちゃうから。
Even as she said that, Eva's harsh breathing didn't improve in the slightest. So, Eva's having these fucking, I don't know, panic attack, you want to call it? I don't know. Some kind of a feverish daydream, basically. Waking daydream. And, she can't even go to sleep, even though she's tired as fuck. She feels really tired, but she doesn't want to go to sleep. She has a headache. She's in pain, basically. And she's fearful of her other self, her witch self, basically. And she's aware of her witch self, apparently. She saw an umbrella moving from beyond the rose bush. Rose threw away her umbrella and lifted her gun wildly. When she did, the shadow of the person behind the bush, beyond the bush, showed itself.
エヴァおばさん。
びっくり。姉さんなの？何かご用？さっきの話の続きなの？
ええ、そうよ。お父様の黄金の話よ。
お願いだからマリアの前では遠慮して、ちゃんと約束は守ってるわよ。
I would shoot first in this scenario. Why is Eva outside? Right?
姉さんの悪巧みの邪魔はしないわ。
悪巧み？何それ？
姉さんが何を考えていても勝手よ。私は邪魔する気なんてない。だからマリアの前では許して。私は分け前さえもらえれば十分なの。
分け前？
Ava started laughing in a creepy voice like she was like 10, 15 years younger. Rosa was startled, but Maria stared blankly. Then Maria just said one thing.
Oh, おばさん、誰？
私のもの。この黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェのものよ。
Alright, so this is something that requires explanation here. You see two Evas, right? So there's one that's outside in the garden with Rosa and Maria. There's one that's in here with Hideyoshi, her husband, being, you know, tortured by pain. One of these scenes is fake, because, of course, Eva's not going to be in two places at once, right? So it's up to you, dear reader, to discover or to decide which scene is fake that's being shown to you. Now it's kind of hard to say that the scene in the Rose Garden is the real one, because it's, you know, the younger version of Eva out there. But looks can be deceiving. I'll just say that. Would you really think that it's Eva over here sitting in a bed when she does have motive to kill Rosa, when she does have motive to kill Maria, and then she's being like tortured by the negative thoughts of her younger self? Or does it make more sense for her to be out in the Rose Garden killing Rosa, trying to keep her quiet and shit? I think I know what I believe. What do you guys believe? Right? So obviously Breaches is going to paint these two scenarios. The one scenario has, like, you know, the Eva that we always knew. This one that's being, you know, tortured here in bed. And then you have the magical Eva out there doing the killing. So it kind of obfuscates, oh, is that really Eva, or is that somebody else doing the killing? No, it's really Eva.
Eva!
In reality, Eva's out there attacking Rosa and Maria. She's not in here. This scene never happens with Yoshi, basically. Yoshi's the accomplice. Yoshi's the one kind of like covering up her tracks, providing her with an alibi. Oh, she's been in this room this whole time. No, she hasn't. She's out in the fucking Rose Garden right now. There's no Eva in this room right now. That's Yoshi's, you know, alibi for her, which is a fake alibi. But you know, this is a fake scene. But this is what the alibi is for Eva. Oh, my husband says that I was in the room the whole time when these people were being killed. No, she wasn't. She was in the garden with her sister, with the sister's daughter.
Eva!
Probably attacking her to death. This is what you gotta think like when you read these scenes. So best girl will never be this fucking weak. I'm sorry. So that right out there can tell you this scene is fucking fake. Eve ain't no bitch like that.
お前が何を努力したの？何も努力してない。いつも私たちの影に隠れてのらりくらり。
Dude, this sounds a lot more like what Eva would sound like, not the weak ass fucking bedridden Eva, right? This sounds like Eva right here. So that's your other clue that this is actually the real Eva talking. Even though Beatrice kind of hides her and dresses her up like the fucking younger witch version of it, this is really Eva. You saw the glimpse of Eva before she changed to the witch version. That's really her, you know. That's why I thought it was her at first. It was her.
後ろ宮家の黄金を無心する資格など本当にあると思ってるの？あれは全て私のもの。後ろ宮家当主にして新しき黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェの名を継承した私だけのもの。ベアトリーチェ。ベアトリーチェだ。ママ、ベアトリーチェ。
Maria jumped into mother in ecstasy. Rosa treated Maria cold-heartedly and raised her gun high.
姉さんよね。姉さんなのよね。
違うわ。私はもはやあなたの姉であった存在ではないの。
じゃあ、あんた誰なのよ。ベアトリーチェだとでも言うの？そんなはずはない。あんたは19年前に死んだのよ。ええ、確かに死んでいたわ。だって私、あなたの頭が割れているところをはっきり見たもの。その中身が溢れ出しているのを昨日のことのように思い出せる。そのあんたがどうして生きてここにいるのよ。
黄金の魔女に死の概念などないの。黄金の魔女とベアトリーチェの名は永遠に受け継がれてるか。お前が知っていたベアトリーチェは死を迎えたかもしれないがゆえに無限。ベアトリーチェに死の概念はないの。
あの黄金に気が触れたとしか思えない。哀れね、姉さん。
もはや私はお前の姉ではないというのに。さて、新しきベアトリーチェとして自らの復活の儀式を引き継ぐわ。ロノウェ、私はどうすればいいの？
ご随意のままに。もはやベアトリーチェ様にはどのような思いも実現できる力がおありです。少し扱えばなれるでしょう。
不甲斐なき元妹よ。私が魔女として初めて捧げる最初の生贄に選ばれたことを光栄第2の番に寄り添う二人を私がこの手で引き裂く。
The first thing new Beatrice wished for. No, the first magic she tried to use was to surpass the limitations given to humans, in particular gravity. She wanted to become fully aware of her transformation into a witch by being released by those shackles. She wants to fly. As the witch and Rosa stayed as they were, the ground retreated all by itself into the distance below them. By now, their feet were no longer attached to the ground. They're flying! We're flying, Peter. Peter Pan. Rosa finally realized that the Earth wasn't retreating into the distance below them, but that she and the witch were being sucked up into the rainy sky. You better shoot her, girl. For a human shackled to the ground by gravity, there's nothing more unnerving than having that feet sticking to the ground. However, to Beatrice, who in becoming the new witch had learned the joy of being released from gravity, it was enough to make her whole body shake with delight. Afternoon delight.
昔小さい頃、魔女になって空が飛べたらなって話したことあるの覚えてる？叶ったよ。私が本当の魔女になって叶えてあげたわ。
That's true.
やめてよ。夢なら覚めて。
あなた言ったわ。夢の中で空を飛んだって。そして覚めたくなかったとも言ったわ。起こした私を恨んだともね。
Whoa.
安心して。
She holds a grudge, doesn't she?
今度は覚めないわよ。
So this is going to be an ironic death here. Remember, Rosa blames herself for causing Beatrice in the past 12 years ago to fall to her death from a cliff. Guess how old Rosa's going to die. You have one guess. Come dance with me in the vast, rainy sky. Didn't we both wish we could fly like seagulls in the sky and escape the cramped and boring island of Rokinjima? Now I'll make that dream a reality for you. I only want to share this joy with you and no one else. Also, Rosa was trying to get the Beatrice that was locked in that mansion to escape from her captivity. She was literally a bird in the cage. And Rosa let her escape for a second, let her believe that she could escape for a second before she fell to her death. So that's exactly what Eva Beatrice is going to do to her now. Very ironic death here. Upcoming.
見てごらん、眼下を。私たちのお屋敷ってあんなにも小さいわ。あんな小さな場所で私たちはどれほどの長い時を過ごしたのかしら。その狭さとちっぽけさに今こそ本当に呆れるわ。
Give me a fucking mansion living. I don't give a damn how small it is to you. Give me a mansion. Give me a fucking private island, bitch.
喜んで。私たちが憧れた大空を自由にする力を。さあ踊ろうよ、ローザ。雨の中を、風の中を。私たちは踊るように
The witch and Rosa were like leaves fluttering around in the whirlwind, and the rain pounded upon every part of their bodies as the lightning occasionally shone upon them. They shook with the joy of being released from the ground. However, it was only that way for the witch. Rosa was holding onto her head, voicelessly screaming over and over. She must have had a fear of heights. A slightly displeased expression rose on the witch's face when she realized that her own joy was not being shared. Interesting. Then she decided to listen to her film assistant's request. Was she honestly trying to give Rosa some joy of flying, or she was just like being a dick before she killed her? I don't know. Jury's still out on that, I guess. The whirlwind that had been making Rosa dance around Umineko then stopped. In other words, Rosa was once again bound by the restrictions of gravity as a human. Following the laws that were originally correct, Rosa began to descend towards the ground upside down. No, she began to fall. Which hadn't intended to send Rosa plummeting, but she still wasn't used to using magic. Okay, so I guess she didn't really mean to kill her. At least this magical scene version of her didn't mean to kill her. Then plummeting about 100 meters into a rose bush. As a very, very natural result, Rosa died instantly. Wouldn't the rose bush break her fall? 100 meters? Maybe not. 100 meters, maybe not. The witch hadn't intended to kill her, so she wished that Rosa hadn't died. And she did gold butterflies coiled around Rosa's body, reviving that life just as the witch had wished. Rosa's body, which should have been spread out like a carpet of fresh blood, rapidly returned to normal. The broken and crushed bones returned to normal. Interesting. The torn and smashed flesh returned to normal. How easy it is to break things in this world and how difficult it is to fix them. Anyone can take a life, but no human can revive a lost life. By surpassing the irreversible, one proves that they had surpassed humanity. Surely gave her a much, much greater realization of her position as a witch than flying around the sky had.
もちろんです。
もちろん。
ベアトリーチェ様はすでに無限の魔女であらせら生きることも死すも生かすことも殺すことも全て無限に繰り返されその輪廻を支配する女王こそが無限の魔女であるベアトリーチェ様なのです。
金魚鉢を落としたことがあるわ。涼しげな美しい鉢が割れてしまって二度と元に戻らなかった。床に叩きつけられて可愛いデメキューは二度と泳ぐ姿を見せてくれなかった。私がいくら泣いても使用人たちは壊れたものと死んだものは蘇らせられない。首を横に振ったって。あの時学んだものは壊しちゃいけない。人は殺しちゃいけないって。
That's when you learned it? Okay.
だってなんだもん。じゃあ直せるなら
You can kill them.
壊しても怒られないということでしょ。
Woohoo! There you go. That's your first lesson as a witch. I can kill people anytime I want.
すごい。
As long as I can revive them. For a while, the witch became intoxicated with how terrible and wonderful the power she had inherited was. So this is kind of like a sort of a metaphor for Eva getting drunk with power as soon as she finds the gold, aka becomes the golden witch. When she finds the gold, oh, I have so much money, I don't know what to do with it now. I can kill anybody I want to, because this gold gives me power, basically. I'm the new head, Isra Mia. So if I want to kill Rosa and Maria, I can. Yeah, I will. Basically, it's kind of this metaphor that's being set up here. So now, the witch, quote unquote, version of Eva, is being intoxicated with the same kind of power. Now, which one is true? Is she really being, you know, magically infused with these powers, or is it just, you know, the metaphor for her being drunk with the gold that she found all by herself? Really not all by herself, but with a lot of help from Kyrie and Rosa. Is she now like just drunk with that power that she's the one who fucking find the gold first, and now she wants to kill anybody that has a claim against that gold that she found? Who knows, right? Who knows? It could be one. It could be A or B. Her laugh was pure, innocent, and cruel. Very cool. Even though Rosa had been revived, she let out a cry of anguish and the pain from a fall. At that point, the witch landed and held out her hand. Oh, she's got Beatrice beat, right? With the cackle. It's a pretty nice one. What were those dreams you told me about when you were a kid? Go ahead and tell me all of them without holding back. As I am now, I can make anything true, no matter how absurd. Even drowning you in a sea of jelly. Even having you get sucked into a mountain of cake. I can even make you sprout butterfly wings and flit around the garden, okay? I'll do them one after another. We'll start with the ocean of jelly, alright? Oops. We got jelly we can't breathe in now. Rosa was once again thrown up high into the rainy sky. However, the sky wasn't filled with raindrops but with drops of orange juice. When she looked down, Rosa had to doubt her eyes. The rose garden had disappeared and the ground spread out. Beneath her was like a pastel-colored jigsaw puzzle. It was an ocean of jelly, just like the ones she had spoken of from her dreams when she was young. The black pot was coffee jelly. The red was strawberry. The yellow was pineapple. And the green was melon. Orangey orange, yellowy yellow, grapey grape. What was the white part? Apple? Probably. Did Rosa even have time to think of stuff like that? Rosa fell towards that multicolored ocean. Would she bounce off the jelly? Oh no, she plunges into it. And she sunk deep into a purple grape-flavored sea. Grapey grape-flavored sea. This really was an ocean of jelly. It had no bottom. As Rosa sank, she was shocked to see a school of transparent fish swimming through the grape jelly ocean. They were probably made of grape skin. On? Then she sunk on and on, deeper and deeper, on and on and on and on, deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, as the Marianas Trench. Crushed by the water pressure of the jelly ocean, as her ribs snapped and her spine snapped. Ooh. In the end, she became a small, frail meatball. She became jelly. She's a little touched in the head, didn't she? The instant I snapped my fingers, the meatball that had been Rosa was launched up into the sky. And after being wrapped up in golden sparkles, she returned to her original form. It was as simple and as easy as returning dried seaweed to its original form, and anyone can do it. They were a witch. That absent-minded look on Rosa's face has to be the joy from having that dream she gave up on as a child come true. Definitely, probably. Next is the mountain of cake. In an instant, the sky had been covered and became black and white in the shape of a chessboard. That almost transparent white part was the favorite rare cheesecake. The elegant black part was the slightly bitter gâteau au chocolat. As became the ceiling, became a mountain, and several billion cakes were thrown down towards Rosa. If you piled those cakes up, they would surely be taller than Mount Everest. So they probably weighed, I'm not too sure, but I'll bet it was heavier than all the cakes across Japan put together. Probably. A couple tons in weight, I would say. It's mountain size. It fell down like a ceiling and swallowed Rosa up. So as a very, very natural resort, Rosa was crushed to death. What the fuck is going on? Less than a second, and bones broke throughout her body and her insides were all smashed and forced out. Swish, pop, slop. Even so, an even greater number of cakes piled on top. Damn, Rosa ended up as a layer of jam wedged between them. Jesus. She became as thin as a single hair, and was probably spread out over the area of a tennis court. I'm just noticing something that Rosa gets like all the harshest fucking punishments, doesn't she? Remember in episode 2, after the game was over, you got to the tea party part, and Rosa started getting fed Eva's tongues, started being fed something of I forget what Rudolph body part was being fed to her, but then she got fed something of Krauss, I forget it too, but then she got fed Maria's head on a fucking platter and shit like that, and tortured her and shit. Pretty much Beatrice was getting her to say, oh, you're a real witch, and you acknowledge her as a witch and shit like that. Now we have this fucking witch torturing her fucking sister, giving her like death over death, after death after death, in increasingly more violent ways. Like Rosa does not win in this game. And I think it's because of the way she treats Maria, pretty much. Anybody that treats any kind of witch in this game, like abuses them or something like that, like Rosa's done to Maria time and time again, they get punished really bad, man. I mean, there's no chance for Rosa to survive in any of these scenarios. Not in a good way, at least. So we'll probably see this again in future episodes. So just saying, because Rosa is probably one of the worst people in the game, at least to her daughter and to anybody that believes in magic. The world swallowed up by a cake was once again absorbed by a gold's flash. Then, as though it all had been a dream, Rose was right once again. It's not done yet. Of course, it definitely wasn't a dream. She has been revived after dying. By that point, death, which most humans only have to experience once after they are born, had already been experienced repeatedly by Rosa. In other words, she'd gone through that which humans cannot. The precious experience of dying more than once. Damn. Love that laugh. It's fun for you, probably. I forget instantly, she pointed her gold staff at Rosa as she begged for mercy. When she did, Rosa glittered gold and rapidly began to shrink. What? Honey, I shrank to Rosa. She shrank down to the size of a real butterfly. Then gold wings sprouted from her back and she joined her fellow gold butterflies. She turned down one of the gold butterflies. However, while a human body could withstand that wind, it was a different matter for the butterfly's quality. The gold butterfly Rosa was invited to dance by each gale of wind, and she spun in circles around the rose garden. You better fly, girl. As her dance wore her out, she was caught by a gentle bed. It was a soft knit hammock in the shadows beneath the roof of the arbor. Oh, she's in a fucking spider's web. Oh shit. Owner of that hammock lumbered into view, welcoming its rare guests who had wandered in on the night of a storm. The owner, which should have been small enough to crush in the palm of your hand, now looked as big as the top of Kenemy bed to Rosa. Spider attack! I say, goddamn! That's a tough way to go, right there. That's a tough way to go, right there.
懐かしいわね。クモの巣を見つけては石粒を投げつけて遊んだの。おぼうクモって獲物をかじるんじゃなくて毒液を刺して中身をドロドロのスープに溶かしてから
That's exactly what they do.
聞いたことがあるわ。ねえローザ覚えてる？わざと蝶々をクモの巣に放ってロークモが襲って眺めて遊んでた時のこと。覚えてる？
That's a little sick.
覚えてないわね。あなた小学校に上がる前だったと思うもの。今度はよく見れるわよ。しげしげとね。許して姉さん。助けて姉さん。
Gabo!
あいつやるな。実に自由に魔法を使いこなす。
Yeah, that last is pretty vicious.
面白い面白い面白い面白い。バトラも笑えるだろ。
ふざけんな！もう止めろ！何が楽しいんだよ！おかしい！てめえおかしいぞ！こんなことをして何が楽しいってんだ！
あんなに楽しそうじゃないかよ。
She probably is having fun though.
無理もない。魔法は楽しいもんな。思い出すよ。わらわも魔法が使えるようになった時はすっごくはしゃいだもんさ。ああ、わかるぜわかるぜ。あのはしゃぎっぷりが心の底からわかるさ。この喜びや感動、バートラには共感できないんだろうな。ああ、残念残念。バトラだってわらわを認めればいつだって魔法を教えてやるぞ。人間の束縛を逃れた瞬間の喜びは筆舌に尽くしがたい。そなたに教えてやりたいよ。あの喜び、あの感動。
Oh, these witches freaks, dude.
そなたの生み出す魔法の世界もぜひ一度見てみたいものだ。
You freak.
楽しくなってきただろ。魔法が使いたくなってきただろ。魔女もなかなかに楽しいものである。
I mean, if he says yes, he loses the game, so he can't say that. It's like, no.
そなた特別に教えてやる。一緒に空を飛ぶ喜びとか、一緒に海を潜る喜びとか、人間の制約を超えた瞬間に知る世界がどれほどに広かったのかという感動をそなたにも教えてやる。
I mean, this is probably something Beatrice really wants, but she totally forgets the entire point of the debate that they're having. Like, if he says yes, he loses the debate. Like, oh yeah, I want to be a witch. Let me teach me some magic. Oh, you must believe in magic now. You must believe in witches now, right? So he's not saying yes at all. There was no malice in Beato's expression. It was hard to believe that she was genuinely enjoying this cruel show. And she wanted to share that appreciation with Battler. Battler was shocked by that hopelessly different sense of values. You bitch. You absolute bitch.
ワルキリア、このおかしな茶番を止めさせるんだ。どうすりゃいいんだ。
私たちは番外の存在です。盤上には触れられません。
Virgilia shook her head apologetically. Her body had already been killed. That mean that she couldn't interfere in any ways. And she was there for the coronation, right? What the fuck? Doesn't make any fucking sense. Beatrice continued to look amused in the insane sort of way. Battler lifted her up by the collar and yelled at her. Oh, he's fed up now. He's about to wring her neck.
いい加減にしろ、魔女め。あれがエヴァおばさんだってのか。ありえない。俺の知ってるエヴァおばさんは確かに意地悪なとこも少しはあったけど、こんな残酷なことをする人じゃ断じてありえない。全てお前のまやかしだ。
Well, it is and it isn't. There's no magic involved, but I would say Eva did kill Rosa at this point. In this scenario, at least in this episode, Eva definitely is killing Rosa right now. The way she's doing it is not being shown though. This is a magical farce, basically what's being shown. But you'll actually see the true kill pretty soon. Nothing like the fucking magical fucking jelly ocean or the gravity shit. Or the fucking spider and the fucking butterfly shit. It's none of that.
エヴァおばさんをもてあそぶな。今すぐこの茶番を止めさせろ。
だからローザと遊んでいるのはもうわらわではないという新しきベアトリーチェだというに。
So she says it right here. Beatrice is not the one killing Rosa. Eva is. And that's true in this scenario. So in this episode, the one who's pretending to be Beatrice, one of the 18 people, and we can confirm it's not Eva now because Eva is the one that's killing Rosa right now. So Eva and Rosa are two different people. I mean, Beatrice is still in play, whoever Beatrice is. But right now, Eva is the culprit. That's what she's saying. Legit, this is what she's saying. It's a squeal like that? Like a pig? Squeal like a stuck pig?
実はちょっぴり魔法に興味を持ってきて。
What the fuck just happened? That shit fucking did it automatically. Hold on, let me go back. I didn't see any of that shit. Okay, so you actually have just a bit of interest in it. Okay, oh, it cut itself off. I see. Oops. Gotta use my mouse for that. Okay, that's fine. What are you doing? For the first time, Battler slapped Beato's cheek. Oh, it's a slap. Beatrice didn't know why he had done something like that to her, and a surprised expression rose to her face. Battler especially couldn't forgive that expression, and he roared. Objection!
これが面白いだ。お前の頭はどうなってんだ。知れ。頭を輪切りにして、てめえで覗いてみろ。絶対に中身がごっそり抜けてるぜ。今すぐやめさせろ。この悪趣味な茶番をやめさせるんだ。俺はお前を許さない。よくもこんな残酷なことを。お前のこと少しでも笑えるやつだと思ったこともあったが、俺はもう二度と勘違いしない。お前はただ残酷なだけの怪物だ。俺の前に現れるな。二度とだ。 お前を認めない、お前と話さない、お前の顔など見たくもない。聞こえたか？俺の前に現れるな。お前なんか消えてしまえ。
Instant Battler screamed the power that resisted the witch became a red wall and knocked Beato back onto her butt. Ooh. So Battler has higher magic resistance, according to the witches. I don't know if they actually said this before or not. It might have been in one of the character portraits. But he has a lot of magical resistance. So when he's really angry at Beatrice or any other magical being, that anger gets focused. And they lose a lot of power. So she's feeling the burn right now. Knocked her on the ass, literally. From his anger. She spoke defensively, but the target of those words, Battler, was no longer there. His figure had suddenly disappeared into the darkness. But Beatrice looked displeased and continued trying to explain herself. She was hoping for approval, but Virgilia simply faced her with an indifferent expression. To Beato at that moment, even an exasperated look would have probably been better.
私から特に言うことはありません。あなたが楽しいと思うなら、いつまでも見続けていると良いでしょう。終わったら呼びなさい。それまで私も姿を消します。
And remember, Vigilia is a good witch, so she's not going to enjoy this display either. Vigilia wants to use her powers for good. Her endless power was to, like, mend things instead of breaking them and mending them, right? But oh well. Following Bato's lead, Virgilia vanished into the darkness. Beato, who was now completely isolated and didn't have a clue what was going on, felt that they were making her out to be the bad guy, which he actually was. You're the villain, duh. Did you forget, Beatrice?
面白いショーじゃないかよ。ちょっとは悪趣味かもしれないけど、割と面白いじゃないかよ。なあ、ロノウェ、そこまで怒るほどじゃないよな。
You're gonna ask Ronove, really?
お嬢様も面白いが、マトラ様にも面白いとは限りません。
He gives a straight answer. I'm surprised. No snark.
確かに対戦相手だから。
He fucking just killed his goddamn aunt. Or Eva Beatrice did, at least, right? Just killed his fucking aunt over and over again. Is that something he's gonna want to watch? Oh, she was thinking because they both clapped for Eva Beatrice in the scene before this. Now they will clap together when Eva Beatrice does killings and shit. That's what she was thinking. It kind of makes sense, I guess, in a childish way. Yeah. Yeah, I see where she's coming from now. Yep.
魔女だと認めぬのはいいさ。それを競い合うゲームなんだから。でもよ、顔も見ない、話もしないって、無視はいくらなんでもないだろう。わらわはそんなにも嫌われ者なのかよ。
これまでお嬢様は十分に嫌われるだけの差し手をいたしました。悪魔の私でさえマトラ様の気持ちが少しは分かろうという、それが理解できぬのは お嬢様が特に鈍感
There you go. That's what I was expecting him to say. Exactly.
うるさいうるさいうるさいうるさい。お前も消えてしまえ。
はい、かしこまりました。それでは失礼いたし
Bye,
ます。
Felicia. Even Ronove hid himself in the darkness, and Beatrice was left alone, the only one in the rainy garden. No one ever plays with a lonely witch. And the fact that no one ever does is what makes them a lonely witch.
なんでわらわと。でも遊んでくれな。こんなにわらわは変かな。誰か返事しろよ。
楽しいねローザ、楽しいね。さあ次は何をして遊ぶ？もちろんマリアも一緒に遊んであげるわ。
Oh shit.
みんなで仲良くお散歩しよう。煮えたぎるチョコレートの鍋を泳いでケーキ膨らむ
Swim in a pot of boiling chocolate.
しよう。
What the fuck? Eva's a little freaky here. At least the young version of Eva was a little fucking freaky.
No. 新しきベアトリーチェ。
Behind the witch that was continuing her mad banquet, Beato showed herself. That expression was very rare for her. Somehow restrained, unreliable, miserable.
これは仙台ベアトリーチェ様。
So we have Beatrice putting herself on the actual game board now. So again, this is somebody dressing up as Beatrice. Or really, you can say they're both the magical versions of each other, of Eva and of Beatrice. So it doesn't actually have to be a real person you're seeing right now, because they're still all in magical mode, and you're still in the golden butterfly mode 30 minutes before Maria and Rosa's deaths. So none of this shit can be confirmed as reality right now. But you do have one person represented as Beatrice, the Beato, and one person represented as Eva Beatrice.
ご覧ください
Two
ました
separate
か？
people.
魔法の力は本当に素晴らしい。魔女に生まれ変わることができたことを今ほど楽しいと思ったことはありません。まるでいつまでも終わらぬお遊戯の時間のよう。
It's like kill time,
仙
right?
台様もご一緒に遊びましょう。その前にちょっとお待ちになってくださいね。二人はオーブンの中で焼き焦げて死んでしまったからまた蘇らさないと。
Jesus.
まるでイーストで膨れるパンみたいに、オーブンの中で膨れるクッキーみたいに。
話を聞けというのに。そのだな。第二の番の生贄にはもう十分であろう。確かに殺し方については指定がないが、それ以上もてあそぶことはあるまいに。
何をおっしゃいます仙台様。さっきロノレから聞きましたよ。仙台様の魔法はもっともっと素敵で残酷でやりたい放題だったって。6人のお腹からお菓子が溢れ出すハロウィンパーティーなんて本当に素敵。
Oh yeah.
ならば私はアリスのお茶会を演出しようかしら。何でもない日を祝うお茶会にみんなを招待して私が魔法で次々おもてなしするの。仙台様みたいに素敵にできるかしら。個性的に残酷にポップにキュートにできるかしら。
Stick out the tongue.
今思うとおとぎ話とかってどれも残酷でしたよね。
Most of them are. Hansel and Gretel? Most of them are. A fucking Humpty Dumpty story? Like, come on, dude. Icarus? Jesus.
そのおとぎ話の魔女に自らがなってみてようやく理解しました。
わらわもその以前までのは少しやりすぎたかなと少しは思っておる。
This bitch. Now she's fucking feeling it, right? Oh, wait a minute. Now the battler doesn't like me. Let's rein it in here. After I've already killed these people countless times, right? I think it was going a little too far with that Halloween shit.
少しは気品があっても良いかと思うかな。
Wow.
先代様が何をおっしゃってるのか分かりません。でも一つだけ分かります。今の私がどれほどを尽くしても先代様の残酷さには到底及びません。もっともっと頑張らなくちゃ。もっと残酷になって立派な黄金の魔女にならなくちゃ。
だからそれはもう十分だというに。とにかくわらわの先代としての
Oh
命
shit.
令だ。
We got the ordering now.
第二の番はもう
She
十分。
orders her to stop.
わらわが少し手本を見せる。下がって見ておれ。
はい、先代様。どんな無残で残酷でおぞましい殺し方を見せてくれるのか楽しみです。
The new Gridge grasped the hides of her skirt and gave a graceful bow, stepping back as an expectant gaze rolls from her face. She was suspecting an even more cruel magic that surpassed even herself.
そういう殺し方しかできないうちは半人前なのだ。わら
Okay.
わが上品な黄金の魔女らしい殺し方を見せよう。
When Beato raised her pipe, 7 colors of smoke poured out, reviving Rosa and Maria. Compared to how the new Beatrice had done it a short while ago, it was slightly gentler. It was probably gentler than how Beato had done it herself up till now. Rosa's consciousness had already grown dim from the pain of so many repeated deaths. But even so, she pleaded that her daughter be spared.
許してせめてマリアだけでも許して。ママ
My disciple just acted without restraint for a bit. When Maria realized it was the real Beatrice, she jumped onto her.
ベアと約束したよね。マリアを黄金島へ連れてってくれるって約束したよね。
Sorry, Maria, you're too stupid to figure out the goddamn epitaph, so you can't go to the Golden Land. Bye.
そこではママとも仲良しになれてみんなずっと笑い合えるの。そこへ連れて行ってくれるって約束してくれたよね。
Nah, you're gonna die.
その約束は守れぬ。碑文の謎を解く者に現れたから、わらわはもう黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェではないのだ。だからすまない。
I can no longer keep my promise with you.
なんでどうしてベアと約束してくれた。
You know everybody that's an adult breaks their promise with you, Maria, don't you know by now? That's what happens. Especially your father.
約束を守るのが
I'll give you a quiet sleep that will never be disturbed again. Yato embraced Maria with a loving expression on her face. Then softly, a red bruise appeared on Maria's neck. It was a very gentle bruise. She's fucking strangled her, basically. As Brandis grew bit by bit, and when it distinctly formed itself into the shape of a hand, Maria's neck tilted suddenly, peacefully as though she had fallen asleep. I don't think that was really a gentle, peaceful way to die, in reality. She got strangled by somebody she loved, either Beatrice or Eva. This is one of the two. Just strangled a kid. Sorry.
あなたが第二の番の生贄であることは謝らぬ。そういう運命なのだから。しかし、その捧げ方が悪趣味であったことは謝らねばならぬ。これが最後の演技。もう二度と妨げられることはない。
Beato softly, gently lifted her finger as though touching the empty air in front of her nose. When she did, a light breeze lifted up, making Rosa's body dance slightly like a feather. And Rosa's body floated softly, and right there was the garden fence with the spear-shaped prongs. The spear of the fence pierced Rosa's medulla oblongata, when evidently without toying with her in a single blow, Rosa's life was snapped out. Compared to the earlier innocent yet cruel events, it seemed to be over much too fast. It just looked like a doll shaped like Rosa was leaning against the fence. But she had passed away.
Ma, ざっとこんなものよ。
Beato acted proud, but the new witch wore a blank expression, almost as though this was an anticlimax. And she said it out loud.
なんだか地味です。ロノウェイに聞いていた先代様のそれとは随分違います。
そのだな。魔法は上品に使わねばな。あまり品がないのはエレガントではないのだ。
せっかく素敵なことが無限にできる魔法なのにつまらない。
これ愚痴るでない。黄金の魔女の道は一日にしてならずだ。そなたとて第10の番を終えるまでは半人前よ。今は黙ってわらわの指導に従うのだ。よいな。返事はどうした？返事は。
はーい。
それでよい、それで。まあ、まだ復活の儀式の先は長いぞ。あと5人も殺さねばならないからな。あまりもてあそばずに、きれいに、上品に。少しあっさりめでいいからな。ロノウェイがそなたに教えたわらわのやり方は、悪い例だ。模範にしてはならぬ。よく心に刻んでおけ。
はい、先代様。
良い返事だ。ロノウェイ、煉獄の七姉妹よ。いでよ。
はい、お嬢様、ロノウェイ、ここに。
傲慢のルシファー、ここに。
これまではだな、わらわもいろいろ派手にやってきたわけだが、まあ黄金の魔女としての威厳も大事であり、まあな。
As Renove laughed at Beato's uncharacteristically flustered speech, he summed it up for her.
かしこまりました。以後は黄金の魔女の名にふさわしい気品に気をつけるようにいたします。煉獄の七姉妹もこれまでのような悪ふざけは改め、以後は最短の手順で任務を遂行するようにということでよろしいですか、お嬢様。
つまりはそういうことだ。皆肝に銘じよ。よいな。
はい、かしこまりました。
わらわが言いたいのは以上。もう引き上げてよいぞ。
かしこまりました。
If you would excuse me.
失礼いたします。
Beatrice, Eva does not like that.
それでは引き続きしっかりな。黄金の魔女らしく貫禄を持って頑張るがよいぞ。そなたを見守っておる。
Acting awkwardly until the very end, Beata left that message and immediately became a cloud of gold butterflies, hiding her form in the empty air. Maybe it'd be more accurate to say she vanished in a hurry because she couldn't keep up the conversation. After that, all that remained was Maria's corpse lying down and pounded by the rain. Rosa's corpse propped up by the fence and staring up at the sky. And the figure of the witch.
自重しろ。
Her expression looked just a little bored. There was a popping sound. It was probably her clicking her tongue.
つまんないやつ。
Leaving that last sentence behind, she once again vanished into the empty air. So we got some problems with Beatrice and Eva. Those two are ostensibly on the same side. They're both killing people. But Eva thinks she can do it better. Which you would think it would be that way in real life. Whoever this Beatrice person is. Once Eva finds the gold, she wants to be the boss, right? She doesn't want to be fucking taking command for this fucking upstart who lost the game. She wants to be the head mistress, right? So the magical depiction of that conflict is probably really accurate to what's happening in real life. Let's keep that in mind. So we get this fake scene again of Hideyoshi providing the alibi for Eva. Eva was out in the fucking garden this whole time. She wasn't sleeping. Yoshi wasn't watching over her. He was pretty much being on the lookout for her while she killed Maria and Rosa. That's what he was doing. He wasn't in this room. Or he might have been in this room, pretending that she was in the room too. But he wasn't over here holding her forehead this whole time, providing her an alibi. He definitely was not.
Yoshi rubbed his own forehead. For a time, Eva had seemed to be having a very painful nightmare, but it appeared she'd finally fallen asleep. As promised, he still gripped Eva's hand. He thought it might be time to let go pretty soon, but he faithfully continued to hold on. Every once in a while, his hand would get tired, and he would switch between his right and his left. Even so, as promised, he didn't let go of her hand. At that time, there was a heavy knock. Eva had finally been able to fall asleep, so Hideyoshi grimaced for just an instant.
兄貴、秀吉さん、すまねえ。ローザはそこにいるか？
It was Rudolph the fucking asshole's voice. What could it be? Would he guide my sleigh tonight? Ho ho ho. Yoshi headed for the door, hiding his footsteps so that he wouldn't wake Eva. It was definitely Rudolph's voice, and just in case, he opened the door without removing the chain.
なんや、ローザさんがどないかしたんか。
ローザとマリアちゃんの姿が一緒にいるかと思って。
廊下で叱っとったの聞こえた。その後静かになったからロビーに戻ったと。
あのバカ。
Rudolph clicked his tongue. His tongue so bright. Other people could be seen in the corridor. Rosa hadn't returned for a while after going out into the corridor, so they began to worry. Near the front door, Natsuki pointed at the unset chain.
チェーンは開いてますし、やっぱりバラを見に表へ行ったのでしょう。
帰
like a stupid pair of dipshits.
不用心が過ぎる。
Right, Kraus?
困ったやつだ。
それより今はローザさんとマリアちゃんの身が心配よ。
だな。おいガキども。
Where was this Rose of Maria's? I remembered that Rudolph had Vegeta's voice, so we'll give it back to him.
確かあれはバラ庭園の真ん中の花壇だったと思います。
あの二人がそこにいるなら行けばすぐにわかるはずです。
Let's not take George with us though, please. Let's keep the kids here.
親父、すぐに連れ戻した方がいいだろうぜ。
当たり前だ。二人とも連れ戻してお尻ペンペンしてやるぜ。俺がひとっ走り行ってくる。俺が出たらすぐに鍵をしろよ。
親父、俺も付き合うぜ。
バカ抜かせ。ガキはママとお留守番って相場が決まってら。
With Mama.
どうしたの？何かあったの？
すまんな、起こしてしまったか。ローザさんがマリアちゃんを連れて表、なんとも不用心なこっちゃ。
ローザとマリアちゃんがバラ庭園へ？
そうや。ああ、聞こえとったか。マリアちゃんはバラが見たいと騒いどったからな。
ダメよ、バラ庭園に行っちゃダメ。ローザを呼び止めて。
呼び止めるもな。もうずいぶん前に。まったく不用心な話やった。
違うの、バラ庭園はダメ。あそこには魔女がいる。そして生贄を待ってる。
Now, how does Eva know that, right? She was asleep the whole time, quote unquote. So this is confirmation she wasn't asleep. She knows exactly what's going on in the two different scenes. So we can pretty much say that this scene is all fake, because she knew what happened, that there was a witch in the rose garden, because she was there. She wouldn't know that otherwise, unless she was there herself. So she knows intrinsically what happened to Rosa, because she's the one that killed her. Eva cowered again, holding her head. Her complexion looked very bad.
どうしたんや。熱にうなされて何か悪い夢でも見。
夢よね。バラ庭園で魔女がローザたちを。
No, this is the dream. Reality is what happened in the rose garden, to a certain extent. You being there killing them is pretty much what's the truth.
夢よね。
落ち着くんや。
Unfortunately not.
この部屋にはわしもおる。チェーンもかかっとる。
So in this scene, they're not actually saying these words. I think Hideyoshi reclosed the door with the chain on it, and he's kind of like preparing the alibi that he's going to go over with Eva while she comes back in the room from the window after killing those two killed. So he's still providing the alibi for her because he's probably not even in the room right now. Before these guys go outside to find their bodies in the rose garden, she has to come back into the mansion and pretend that she was there this whole time. And that's why we have Hideyoshi locking the door, keeping the chain on it, and then opening up a creak when Rudolph knocks on it. Because he can't come inside and see that Eva's not in there. Otherwise he'd know she's the killer. So he's providing a good alibi for her.
窓かて鎧戸が下ろしてあるし、銃まであるんや。この部屋はさながら要塞やで。なんも恐れることなんかあらへん。
Hideyoshi beat his chest trying to calm it, but Eva's insecure expression did not change. Under the covers, Eva kept praying that the grotesque nightmare that she just had was only a dream. It's only a dream, it's only a dream, oh, it's only a dream, oh. Not a dream.
ルドルフがバラ庭園中を見てローザその後ゲストハウスに戻って応援を呼び両名をゲストハウスに運び込みました。南條の検証を信頼できるならばローザの死因は円髄部への柵の先端部分による刺突。
Now we can actually trust Nanjo's examination this time. it's pretty hard to fake this kind of death, right? You got a fucking poker sticking out of fucking Rose's skull. You got a Maria just laying down the fucking typhoon in the wind and rain, not moving, right? Like she's not even shivering, so she can't be faking her death at that point. She's probably dead. Got the fucking the hand marks around her neck where somebody fucking strangled her to death. So it's probably not fake. So not even Nanjo could lie about this death. The other ones she probably could fake. You use a fake gunshot wound, fake blood. All they saw was Shannon just, you know, sitting down in that chair, and Nanjo pronounced her dead. Like, you can easily fake that shit. Oh, he took her pulse, quote unquote. That's the only thing he checked, really. So it's not like she could have faked. She couldn't have faked that shit, or any of the other servants couldn't have faked that shit. So this death you can't fake. Why? This is one of the deaths that's a little bit different than, you know, Beatrice's usual deaths. Usually in the second Twilight, there's something very specific that happens to these two people. Like you saw in the second episode. Who was it who died in the second one? One of the lovers. Cannon and Shannon, right? Or not, Cannon and Jessica died in the second Twilight. And it was, Jessica died while trying to protect Cannon, basically, right? So it's always the two people that are close. They die together. And Cannon's body was like stolen, used to like lose as a zombie by Beatrice to sort of like put blame on him and shit. This one is just like straight up 2 kills, basically. So you can definitely say it's a different person killing than it was like Beatrice doing the first 2 kills in episodes 1 and 2 for the second Twilight. This is definitely Eva's hand, and I think she probably accidentally killed somebody. Like she pushed old Rosa into the fence, which killed her because it was so slippery outside. You know, she slipped in the rain or something like that. So then Maria started, you know, crying like a banshee, and you know, she just killed her mother. So Eva had to do something about Maria now. Had to strangle her to death. So I mean, it's kind of a very like, it seems like it's a very accidental death that she didn't really plan to do. Like they're probably trying to like go over the entire plan again. Like, oh yeah, you're gonna keep your ass quiet. I'm gonna give you some money and keep your ass quiet about this gold. And Rosa's like, I want money now. I don't want money later. And then Eva kind of pushed her, and that's, you know, that was what escalated the situation to the deaths, the double homicide. Now Eva has to like keep her shit fucking silent. Keep her shit on lockdown. And sneaking around, basically having Hideyoshi provide the alibi for her and shit. So that's pretty much what's happening in reality here, guys. We're gonna stop it here, actually. It's kind of a good stopping point. I'm gonna see if I have my deaths updated before we go, though. Let's see what we got in the system. So I have to go back to my original fucking graphics to see this shit, unfortunately. Let's see who's dead. There we go. So everybody's dead here, it looks like, in red. Kinzo, a body found in a burnt corpse in the underground boiler room incinerator. No evidence of the struggle was found inside the incinerator. It's probably reasonable to assume that he was burned after his murder. Too bad this time, it was game over right from the start. Again, that's if you believe that's fucking really Kinzo's body, which it probably is. I'd say that right now. It's probably Kinzo's body. And then we got Genji. Again, all these deaths were confirmed by Nanjo. We're not sure if this is really somebody that's dead. They just saw his body for a second and, you know, relocked the door to keep the fucking room pristine for the cops to come by to examine it. So we don't know if he's really dead. His body is found in the VIP room on the second floor. The weapon used on him is assumed to be a gun or a spear-shaped object. Could have been a fake gun. Could have been a fake bullet wound. You don't know. Thank Genji for his many years of service. Let us allow him to rest in the VIP room. Not bad, right? Servant Shannon, whose corpse might be fake as well. Her corpse was found in the parlor on the first floor. The weapon used on her is soon to be a gun or a spear-shaped object. Let Shannon have the parlor with its wonderful view of the Rose Garden on sunny days. So we have these people being placed in these rooms, and whoever's writing these obituaries for them, they're kind of like tying their body placements to these rooms for some reason. So Reverend Shannon wanted to be near the rose, so she's on the first floor near the Rose Garden. And we have, you know, Genji over there by the VIP room, because he's usually the one who goes to the VIP room to serve the guests there. So now he gets to be the guest, the VIP of the hour. We got Cannon. His corpse is found in the chapel. The weapon used on him is assumed to be a gun or a spear-shaped object. Per Cannon, the chapel, let him continue to protect the Lord's precious place even after death. Okay, so pretty self-explanatory there. And being in the chapel. Golda corpse was found in the waiting room on the 3rd floor. The weapon used on him was soon to be a gun or a spear-shaped object. Again, the room next to the study is fitting for him, considering how much he wanted to earn Kinzo's favor. Okay. Kind of boring there. Kumasawa corpse was found in the guest room on the 2nd floor. The weapon used on her is assumed to be a gun or a spear-shaped object. The seldom used 2nd floor guest room was her secret napping spot. Well, she gets a nap there forever, right? And then we have the 2 people that just died. Let's see what they say about her. Oh, look at that wound. Oof. That's a vicious wound right there. Died in the Rose Garden with her medulla oblongata pierced by the spear-shaped part of the fence. If Maria's death hadn't been clear homicide, it may have been possible to suspect an accidental death in Rose's case. That's what I just said, remember? So I think somebody pushed her, probably Eva. And she slipped in the rain and the wind and shit. Fucking fell on the fence in an awkward way. Fucking impaled herself, spine first. Sucks to be Rosa. This woman was the human sacrifice for the birth of a new witch. That's what we're saying. And then we have, you see the hand marks there. Again, you can't fake that, probably. Her corpse was found in the Rose Garden. The cause of her death was strangling, probably by her bare hands. This is the first time we've ever had a strangling death in the game. So that tells you right there, it's probably not Beatrice. It's probably Eva who did this kill. Again, because of this death. It's sort of her fault. But Maria's not going to be able to keep quiet after that. After her mother's just killed in front of her, so she's got to go too, right? Got to kill her too. So this is probably just going to set up a chain of fucking murders. Now Eva's just going to keep going because she has to at this point. Like, oh, I just killed my only ally who knew about the guild. Now I have to kill everybody else so they don't find out about the guild, because now they know that Rose is dead, Maria's dead. They know somebody's going to be pretty much willing to kill for this gold. What have you done, Eva? Best girl. Say it ain't so. Circumstantial evidence makes it reasonable to assume that she was killed after Rosa. Then her blood became the red ink for the witch's oath. Well, sir? Is there anything else new here that I can take a look at real quick? Let's see. Yeah, I guess we could talk about Eva Beatrice, right? Solved the riddle of the witch's epitaph and was welcomed as a new endless witch. She was gifted with an aptitude for magic and is suspected to grow into an extraordinary great witch. This genius of a witch often overindulged in her own power during her younger days. Since such are the trials only geniuses may endure, and if she proves successful, her name will surely be engraved in the history of endless witches. Will she be able to overcome the trials that forced her predecessor to surrender? Maybe. I think we have not seen Virgilia's entry either. Now a retired English witch and Beatrice's teacher, she used the endless magic properly and devoted her life to smiles and happiness and many people. See, she's a good witch. We have read this before, I remember this. So yeah, she was employed by Beatrice's family. There's a little clue here. I'm not going to say too much more than just to point out this line, but once you know who Beatrice is, or rather, I'm sorry, I already said it wrong. So I'll try to say that again. Once you know who Virgilia is supposed to be, and again, she's the stand-in for Kumasawa. Like, where did Kumasawa work? I mean, she worked with the Usuramiya family mostly, but she was off and on with them. So she had other jobs, basically. So you could say that whoever Kumasawa worked for That was original Beatrice. This Beatrice, her family employed Kumasawa basically. So she interacted with Beatrice since she was a kid and got her into magic and shit. Kumasawa did, basically. So that's kind of a big clue about who Beatrice really is, who the person who's dressing up as Beatrice is. Anyway, we'll leave it at that for tonight. I'm gonna try to get some sleep, but we'll see. That's gonna happen. Might have to take a shower, like an hour before my shift, to get myself alert. Get a big ass cup of coffee here. Anyway, guys, in the meantime, and in the between time, always and forever, Pikachu each other. You know what? Let me save it real quick before what happens last time happens again. This shit fucking freezes on me again. So we'll pick it up there next time. And until next time, y'all, be good to each other. I'll see you on the flippy flop. Bye.